Today we're going to show you how to replace the water float valve on a Mastercool swamp cooler. Let's get started. First, you're going to want to turn off the water to your swamp cooler if you already haven't. Then you're going to want to go ahead and remove your supply line. You could either do that with a wrench or a channel locks. If you do use a channel locks, be careful not to strip out your nut. And we're going to turn this counterclockwise to remove it. It should be close enough to hand tight now. Now we're ready to remove our swamp cooler door. Alright, and this is our swamp cooler float here. We'll zoom in a little bit better here so you can see it. And it is actually broken. So now that we have our door off, we're going to go back to the other side and start to remove the float. Okay, we're going to go ahead and remove this nut here, and depending upon your float, it could be a different size nut. They're not all the same. In this particular model, it happens to be an 11/16, so we're going to go ahead and use our 11/16 ratchet, and we're going to go ahead and turn it counterclockwise to remove it. And depending upon if yours has a lot of corrosion, it might be harder to get off. So we're going to go ahead and finish removing the nut here. Now we could go ahead and rock this back and forth to pull it out. And we're ready to install our new float. Here's our new float here. We're going to go ahead and remove the nut and leave the washer on. And we're going to go ahead and slip it through the hole, which is right over here. And we're going to go back to the other side and put on the nut. All right, and we're going to also hold it back on the other side so it doesn't move. We'll go ahead and get this hand tight. We're going to go back to the other side to show you the inside. Before cranking down on the nut, you're going to want to make sure the supply line right over here is facing straight down. If yours happens to be turned this way or the other way, water is going to shoot out everywhere, and you might possibly get electrical wet, which is not going to be good. So you want this to be facing straight down. Now we're going to go back to the other side while holding this back and tighten down the nut. Okay, we're going to start tightening them down. You're going to want to go about a quarter of a turn, and that should be good there. Now we're going to go ahead and connect our supply line and start adjusting our swamp cooler float. And once again, you're going to put it on clockwise, get it hand tight. You're going to go approximately about a quarter of a turn past that. All right, now we're ready to start filling up our swamp cooler. As you can see, our cooler is starting to fill up. We're going to let this go, and on most of your coolers, you should be able to see a water line, which ours is about right over here. You're not going to want to go too high, because if you go too high, you're going to start overflowing the pipe over here, and it's going to end up draining out. But you want to go close to the top, because once you turn on your swamp cooler, the pads or media are going to start absorbing water, and your water level will drop. So we're going to let this go and show you how to adjust it shortly. Okay, it's finished filling up. Our water level is a little bit low, as you can see right over here. We want to go a little bit higher. And if yours is too high, what you could do, you could bend down on the float here, and that will stop the water. Ours is a little bit low, so we want to grab on the pipe here and bend up on this just a little bit. Remember, you can always do more. So now it's filling up. We're going to let it go and see where it ends up. All right, the swamp cooler has finished filling up, which you can see over here. It's just below the standpipe top, which is pretty good. So that way when you turn it on and the pads or media start to accept water, the water level will drop, and it won't, take too long for it to fill back up, and you won't take the chance of burning out your pump. And once again, if your water level was too low, you're going to go a little bit down on the float here. As you can see, the water will start coming in. And if it was too high, you'll bend up on it a little bit, and then it will stop. Once again, we'd like to thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share on social media, and visit us at seehowtodoit.com. Thank you.